So this is logically, logically, these three elements are supposed to be A, the A subarray.
Okay.
And then logically, these other three are supposed to be the B subarray.
Okay.
Right, but we don't really have an A variable or a B variable. Okay, so what do we have instead? What variables do we really actually have?
You mean variable?
Yeah, what variables do we actually have?
Left and right.
Yeah, so we have a left, and that tells us where A starts. I have a right, which tells me when B ends.
Okay.
And then what else do we have? There's one more.
Middle.
Right, and what does middle tell us?
Middle. What do you mean, like middle tells something?
So if left tells us where A starts. B R tells us where B ends. So what does M tell us? Right, the middle.
The middle tell us like where A stop and where B begins. I don't know, after something.
So in this example, where is M? Where would that be?
Like 9. Where 9 is.
Yeah, where 9 is. So what does M tell us?
Where 9. I mean, where 9 is the middle. So.
Okay, what else does it tell us?
I mean, like the A ends there. So.
Right, A ends at M. Exactly. So these are the variables that we actually have. Right? We actually have these. So using only left, middle, and right, you can figure out where A is supposed to be and where B is supposed to be. But we don't actually have A and B variables, right? We only have left, middle, right.
Right.
Okay. So we want to do a merger. I want to merge A and B together back into the buffer. So this is a second array. Right, so this is the buffer. We want to move these things into buffer. Right? Which elements am I going to be comparing first?
2 and 12, maybe. Oh no, 2 and 5, maybe. I don't. Or 12.
Okay. Why? Why do you say 2 and 5?
I mean, because like they are like because if you're doing the ascending, they are like the smallest. I mean,
Okay,
two, because that's where like the A start, and also 5 also because of the B start.
Right, so that's where they start. Now, we're still talking about an array, right? So how do I actually access the 2 and the 5? What do I need to access those things inside of an array?
I mean, just the position, right?
Right. So you need positions, which means you're going to need variables to keep track of those positions.
Okay.
Okay, so you need to have 2 variables to remember where you are in A and in B.
Okay.
So you can call, let's call this I.
I and J.
And J. Okay, so now, which one am I going to pick first?
I.
Yeah, well, the 2.
The 2,
right?
yeah, the 2.
Because that one's smaller.
Uh-huh.
Okay. Now, where would that go in buffer?
I mean, it needs to go to the first position.
Right? Which means if we want to put things inside a buffer,
Uh-huh.
what do I need to remember where I should go? Because this is still an array, right? Buffer's an array.
Uh-huh. The position, right?
Right. So I have to have a third variable
Uh-huh.
to tell me where I'm at in the buffer.
Uh-huh.
Call that k.
Oh.
So right now k is starting at the beginning.
Uh-huh.
So once I decide, okay, 2, that's the smaller one. So I'm going to go ahead and move 2 to wherever k is.
Uh-huh.
Now what happens to k?
K,
Now that I've put the 2 here, what should happen to k?
should update?
Yeah, we should update it. Because k should always point to wherever the next, empty slot is.
Okay.
Okay, so I've updated k. Now what about I and j? Do I need to update these?
Yes.
Which one do I update?
I.
Because we just moved the 2, right?
Uh-huh.
So it makes sense. I should update my I. What about j?
J? No.
Yeah, do I move that or stay?
It could stay.
Yeah, because I didn't move that one yet. So that was one iteration of the loop.
Uh-huh.
Now we're in the second iteration. So now I'm comparing the 8 and the 5.
Okay.
Which one do I move?
The 5.
Okay, so I move the 5 to the k position of buffer. So here's 5.
Uh-huh.
Next step,
Update K.
update k. Good. Next step,
Update J.
update j. Very good. So now we're in the third iteration of the loop. Now I'm looking at 8 versus 10.
10.
And which one do we pick?
8.
Good. So 8 moves to the k position.
Mhm.
I update k.
Mhm.
And then I update I.
Mhm.
Now I'm in the fourth iteration.
Right.
What do we do now?
We move 9.
Move 9.
Update K.
Update k.
And okay, hold on, sorry. Update we should update I,
Yeah, update I.
but I should be okay, yeah, but it's no, right? Mm-hmm.
Well, it's not null because these are just position numbers,
Right.
right? But what happened to I?
I is when it is I mean where I is pointing nothing's inside, right?
Well, no, there is the 5 is still there.
Oh, okay.
Like I crossed it out in the diagram, but in reality the data's still in there.
Okay.
So I is at some position that's valid in the array,
Mm-hmm.
and there's still data there.
Mm-hmm.
But what happened?
I mean I just passed the boundary, right?
Exactly, right? There is this boundary, logically, that I has crossed over. I is now in the B territory,
Mm-hmm.
but it shouldn't be in B.
Right.
So at this point, we know that,
We finish, right? For I.
well, for A,
For A, right.
right?
So,
A has ran out of elements.
mm-hmm.
So that means any data that's still left on the B side,
Mm-hmm.
we can just go ahead and move. We don't need to do any comparisons, right?
Okay. Mm-hmm.
So then you can just start moving everything that's left in B. So I can go ahead and move that 10 and then move that 12. And I'm done. And see, I've done the merger, but it's in sorted order. 2,
So-
5, 8, 9, 10, 12.
What about the K? Is it still there, or is it gonna update?
It's still there. Yeah, we did the updates when I moved the 10 and 12.
Okay.
Right, so we're still using J and K.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't draw it, but yes, we're still doing that.
Okay.
Was that helpful?